It's another spectacular Tuesday night in Boston, Massachusetts, and historic Fenway Park. But the natives are restless along Yawkey Way as this American League Championship Series coverage on TBS is presented by Kia Motors. Tonight, Game 4 of a best-of-7 series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. The Rays lead our series 2-1. Cash, but still Wakefield ahead in the count.
Well, you see his record again, double figures in wins, 19-5
against Tim Wakefield. And he waves feebly and strikes out to open up the game. Here's the rest of the Tampa Bay starting lineup brought to you.
At bats, and already 19 at bats in the postseason, 5 homers.
And he draws a 4-pitch walk and is aboard in front of Carlos Pena.
Throw. A lot of things have to go right for them to throw out B.J. Upton.
He got a huge jump, and there's absolutely no chance for Cash to throw out Upton, who steals second base standing up, and there it is. Runner at second, 1 out in the first for the Rays.
Well, Terry Francona talked about this. He said you're going to see a lot of wild pitches. You're going to see a lot of stolen bases.
And he drives that one high in the air toward the monster. Bay going back. Track wall gone. 2-0 Tampa Bay.
He had a big home run deep into the seats last night. He got a lot of confidence hitting here.
Now Longoria drives one deep left. That one's gonna go. Back-to-back bombs for the Rays. And so the worst nightmare for Terry Francona has come to pass in this very first inning tonight. What do you do, and how long do you stay with Tim Wakefield?
Just waits back, almost like a softball hitter, and just waits for the ball to come in the zone.
There's another bullet. This one off the bat of Carl Crawford into the right field corner. Drew over quickly. Stand-up double. And the Rays are punishing Tim Wakefield early tonight.
And John Farrell is going to take a long, slow walk out to the mound.
Runner takes third as Cash's throw is too high. Crawford steals a base. Ibar down on strikes. Runner at third, 2 away in the first. That missed the inside corner. First and third, 2 outs. As Wakefield issues his second walk of his first inning.
I have been so impressed.
Little pop right side. Kotze and Cash. Inning over. 3 runs across for the Rays against Wakefield in the first. Carlos Pena in opposite field. 2-run shot. Evan Longoria deep over the monster, and it's 3-0 Rays.
Well, Sonnanstine this year, 13 wins. Since last August, he's had 18 wins. It's only been 6.
Breaking ball lined hard to left. But Crawford is there. 4 out number 1. Sonnanstine, a terrific year, 13-9. Here's the scouting report.
And just couldn't hold it back. Sonnanstine's a guy that can give him some trouble because he throws so many off-speed pitches.
And a fastball takes care of Pedroia. 2 up and 2 men down. Even the outfield now shifts way around toward right, especially Crawford, as he plays in front of the green monster. And there's that ground ball to the right side off the bat of Ortiz, and Sonnanstine has a shutdown first, leads by 3 after 1 in game 4.
But one thing has remained, and that is Fenway Park. And Chip, you know, a couple of players have already hit balls over the green monster tonight. Carlos Pena, Evan Longoria, but in case you're wondering, the first player ever, Hugh Bradley back in 1912.
Of course, in the postseason, you have the AL East, and it shows all the records. But of course,
a high fly ball driven right field. J.D. Drew slowing now. Has room. Uemura just missed. 2 out. And so with 2 outs, B.J. Upton bats. He walked, stole a base, and came home on a Pena homer. And he's going to roll out to Kevin Youkilis. That's what Wakefield needed. 3 up, 3 down, and a scoreless second. Coming up for the Boston Red Sox. And a high fly ball center should be handled by Upton. That ball carrying back with the wind blowing out and 3 steps shy of the wall. Upton makes the grab. 4 up, 4 down for Sonnanstine tonight. Hits this postseason. Bay has certainly done his job offensively, guys, for the Red Sox this year. And a broken bat toward third. Longoria fumbled for a moment, throws low. Pena corral it, ball into the seats. Bay at second, and there's the first break of the night for Boston.
Literally broken back leads to an error. Been weakened by the fracture, and he had 30 days off, so he was a little rusty when he came back.
And a line drive, left center field, base hit. Bay retreating to the second base bag, and to hold up to make sure the ball not caught. But Kotsay strokes a single.
Leadoff spot. I don't want anybody else to change their approach, so he put J.D. Drew there.
Ground ball, double play ball. Iwamura, glove flip to Bartlett, double play, inning over. The Rays slickly end the inning with a 4-6-3 twin killing and lead it by a 3-0 score at Fenway Park. Third inning at Fenway Park, 3-0 Tampa Bay in game 4, and Pena hits another rocket deep to the outfield. This one, however, caught by Coco Crisp. Boy, Pena's hit the ball hard twice in tonight's game. MLB postseason and Espanol live record. And the way these Rays are playing, fellas, they may have a lot of time for Longoria to extend that very lofty mark. But not in the third inning as Euclid handles him on a pop-out foul. Passing Kenny Rogers with his start tonight. And a roller right side. Wakefield stumbles, flips underhand, not in time. The Red Sox do not want to fall behind 3-1. Runner goes, Cash drops the ball, and Crawford in successfully with another stolen base.
Well, the one thing when you have speed against a knuckleball pitcher, the catcher just has to be patient enough to make sure he catches it first.
Upton has one of them. And a high fly ball belted down the left field line. That one's got a chance. That one is gone. Ibar homers against Wakefield again. And the Rays are up 5-0.
Well, the Red Sox in the previous inning get a break with an error by Longoria, a bullet to center field that they can't score on. Coco Crisp puts into a double play, and here
against this Tampa Bay team, that's 10 home runs in the last 22 2/3 innings of this series. And another bolt. That one's going to ricochet off the monster. This one off the bat of Deanna Navarro. Big turnaround first, and he will stop there.
Terry Francona can't wait any longer to get Wakefield, and here he comes. See Masterson's numbers during the regular season: 36 appearances, 6-5, as we mentioned when he first joined the team in April.
And he's been one of the strongest parts of their team coming down the stretch.
1-2 pitch, and that's over the outside corner. Perez retired, but the creative writing major couldn't have penned a more beautiful script for his Rays. 5-0, middle of the third.
Well, we mentioned Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, throughout the course of postseason play. He's done a nice job with all these young pitchers.
High fly ball belted left field, and the Red Sox are on the board. The Tampa native drives home the first Red Sox tally of the night. Ground ball up the middle. Iwamura makes a fine play, and Pena just did hold the bag. Crowd down the first base line thought Alfonso Marquez missed one or Pena stole one.
If they're going to group some hits together.
High fly ball to left. Crawford, though, will make the play. Drew flies out again. 2 are out, bases clear.
Yeah, it's so easy to fall into the trap of just throwing fastball after fastball, home runs allowed, but he threw strike after strike, and you never had a chance to hit multiple run home runs because he didn't walk anybody.
Liner to short. That ball scalded. Pedroia is out. So are the Red Sox. Kevin Cash, the Tampa native, hits a solo home run into the monster seats at Fenway Park. It's a 5-1 game. They erased Perez on a 3rd strike to end the 3rd. Now faces Bartlett, who's 0 for 1 in tonight's game, and paints the outside corner. Strike 3 called. We've talked about what the Red Sox haven't done with the bats. Their starters the last 3 nights have had problems.
Rested bullpen, but tough to play from behind.
Iwamura the batter, and he rolls the first pitch right side. Kotsay, pitcher covers, good play, 2 outs. I don't know, we've said it a couple of times about how this Red Sox team is so much different from the one that began the playoffs even for them.
It was 2.09 for his career. Lester's 0.77.
That's inside. Upton aboard again. This time with 2 outs in the 4th, and Pena's up, and he's launched 2 deep fly balls tonight.
And ends up hitting a home run for them. It's a magical moment.
Strike 3 called over the inner half. Rays leave a man aboard in the 4th inning. Red Sox coming up. Ortiz, Euclid, and Bay try to cut into this 5-1 lead.
But he's unable to do that because he's just not back in a great launch position to start with.
Pulled again right side. Nice play. Bartlett and throw to first. 4 out. Number 1. Sonnanstine fell behind 2-0. Retires Big Papi, much to the delight of his pitching coach at left the park, and he leads 5-1. Euclid, fly ball left center. Upton going back, and he's going to make the catch on the track. Euclid flies to center for the 2nd time in the game.
He's hit both of those balls hard, as he's got to be frustrated. First one he hit coming here, winning those last 2 out of 3 in that series, made them feel as though they can beat the Sox in this ballpark.
Hard hit ball. Longoria bobbles again, recovers in time, and throws out Jason Bay. Fastball. 4 strikeouts for Masterson.
39 to center, 32 to the full side of the diamond.
That one driven to left field, tailing away from Bay. That'll ricochet off the scoreboard. Crawford digging for 2. Throw cut off. He's 3 for 3.
Well, he was insistent that he was ready to be activated for this postseason roster.
Finishing last year after year. It was picking high in the draft and getting the right players in position. Ground ball. That's through for a hit. Crawford around 3rd. Bay loads up. Throw to the plate cut off. Throw back to 1st. And Ibar's out. Single RBI for Ibar. Add another run to the Tampa Bay total, 6-1.
What, $120, $130 million that they command at this time.
Ground ball hit towards short. Jen Lowry should have no trouble. And the inning is over. The Rays get that run back. 6-1 our score, middle of the 5th inning in Boston. Hit of men after the Kevin Cash leadoff 3rd inning home run. Fly ball, well hit, left center field. Upton on the run. Look at him cover that ground.
He eats up ground like crazy. Looks like he's running in slow motion. It's all over the diamond. 3 center fielders playing in the outfield with tremendous speed and a lot of range.
A little tapper over the mound. Tough play, Bartlett. He charges quickly and unloads even more quickly. 2 outs.
I had Kevin Cash in spring training in 2002 with the Blue Jays, and I thought at that point he was going to be a pretty good everyday catcher.
Rolls to 3rd. Longoria with a quick unload. 9 up and 9 down. Sonnanstine is rolling merrily along in Game 4 in Boston. Manny Del Carmen goes to work for the 4th time this postseason.
That's why managers will lean heavily on pitching coaches and say, well, who can get up quickly right here? And it was Masterson.
And he retires Perez on strikes to start the 6th inning. 1 man up, 1 man down. The Fenway faithful still believe.
Back in one game, 5, 6, and 7, 3 in a row themselves.
Driven to right center field. J.D. Drew's not getting that. That'll roll to the wall. Bartlett on his way to second. He's going to take the big turn. Here comes the relay throw, and it's a sliding triple for Bartlett. Now a 3-1 count with an infield in for Iwamura. And they're at the corners now with 1 out.
Del Carmen pitching so closely to Iwamura there that he put himself kind of in harm's way now with the
2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball, base hit left field. Another RBI for Upton. Bartlett comes in. It's 7-1 Tampa Bay. Three-2 pitch to Carlos Pena with 2 on, 1 out. And they are loaded. A triple, 2 walks, and an RBI single loads the bases for the Rays in the 6th, and they lead it by a 7-1 score. Bases loaded, walk. There's the patience that you were speaking of, Ron, and it plates the 8th run of the game for the Rays. 3 walks, 6th inning. Well, we know very well, Craig, about Rule 21 and the duty to perform, so we could not even contemplate.
For Nebraska.
0-2. Looping line drive. That'll drop for a hit. Upton scores, and it's station to station for the Rays, and death by 1,000 cuts for the Red Sox. 9-1 in the 6th.
Second time in this series, Javi Lopez has come on to pitch to Carl Crawford. That came in game 2 in run producing situations.
a lot of crooked numbers.
1-1 pitch, another base hit left field by Ibar. Pena scores. Longoria wanders off the third base bag and is stopped.
Well, you can bet the Red Sox are glad there's an off day tomorrow.
And that right now might be the only thing that stops. But it's been a long, long top of the 6th. Little dribbler hit toward third. Youkilis can't unload to the plate. Navarro drives home a run. Longoria scores. Runners second and third with 2 outs. Everything going the Rays' way, and close the book on Del Carmen. 1 hitter retired, 5 runs charged to him. Ground ball sharply hit. Pedroia to his right, and ends the 6th inning. A Boston massacre in game 4. Tampa Bay scores 5 more times.
Sonnanstine's not going to walk himself into trouble. If you're going to get him, you're going to have to string a bunch of hits together.
Not going to happen with Lowry here as he pops it into shallow center. Upton plays shallowly and makes the catch for the 10th consecutive man retired by Andy Sonnanstine.
To go through the routine of dealing with people like us in the media and just really enjoy. One of the great things about this town is J.D. Drew grounds back to Sonnanstine is that this is such a historic city, and it's a great city, and most of these guys have their.
If you were to come here on the off day and work out, so get away from the yard.
High fly ball center field, but Upton is there, reaches up, and an easy 6th inning is in the books. All Tampa Bay in game 4. As the Rays added 5 in their last at bat, and a liner hit to left. 1 man down. And for those in Los Angeles and New England who are hoping for a rematch or a meeting perhaps of with the Dodgers against these Red Sox, there's going to have to be a whole lot of work done by the home teams in Game 5.
And it's been pretty interesting how there's a feel for pitching.
Ground ball. Kotze, good play and a perfect feed to Lopez, and it's 3 up and 3 men down, middle of the 7th. We'll be at the Comedy Festival November 20th through the 22nd in Las Vegas as Big Papi unloads, and it's off the base of the wall. It ricochets away from Perez, and Ortiz on his way to second, rounds slowly, makes his way to third, throw late, triple. And Youkilis grounds slowly to short. Rays will concede the run for the out. It's an 11-2 game. Give Youkilis an RBI, his 3rd of the series. 11-2 score now in the 7th inning. As again we check in with Craig Sager.
Not a whole lot of opportunities to drive in runs.
And Terry Francona shuffled his lineup tonight, knowing of the struggles Jacoby Ellsbury has had. As Bay, with a soft single into right field, is aboard with 1 out. Put J.D. Drew in the #1 spot in the order. Drew tonight's 0 for 3 as well. So,
well, really only Scott Kazmir struggled in that second start against Josh Beckett.
Fly ball center field, well hit. Upton going back, still going back. Look at him reach up and make a terrific catch, and a long throw back to first. Look at that arm. It was off target, but Bay had to hustle back, or else he might have been doubled up. That missed inside. 2 are on with 2 outs. Sonnanstine with a long look in. Navarro now trots out. And Jim Hickey will trot 2 to the center. And Cash is down on strikes. Sonnanstine bends, but he doesn't break. He has a 9-run lead after 7. Inning number 8.
Well, Mike Timlin, the veteran, it's his 46th game in the postseason. See his 25th career LCS appearance, ties him with
a bit of flexibility against another very flexible ball club, the Red Sox. 3-2 is high. Pena is on again. Second time he's walked in this game as Timlin's control issues apparent in this. It struck out Iwamura to start the game, but then it unraveled very quickly. Youkilis gives ground at third. Long throw. Kotze held the bag. Very nice play by Kotze.
Play even for a guy who plays there every day, to be able to change your feet on the bag and hold that bag on the tough throw.
Fly ball well hit right. J.D. Drew on the run, still going. It's off his glove and in safely. Pena will round third and score. Crawford on his way to third. He's there safely. It's 12-2.
Pickup game for Tampa Bay just to stay sharp tomorrow. Play on the off day.
Line drive, another hit. Ibar has a 5 RBI night tonight.
Who are these guys?
Position in this game. 8 for 12, folks. And a ground ball towards second might be 2. There's 1. There's 2. Inning over. 2 more come across for the rampaging Rays from Tampa Bay. Wow, what a night for them. 13-2. At times has seemed like it's been in search of a defining moment. There's a rocket up the middle by Lowry, by the way. And a good start for Boston in the 8th inning. We talked about Longoria's blast against Beckett, but how about the way Shields has pitched, the way Sonnanstine.
Good defense, a lot of speed, the ability to score a run in many different fashions.
Slow roller. Sonnanstine makes the play. Lowry advances, but it costs Boston a precious out. And the Rays pen now with there's ground ball up the middle. Just the second hit in their last 14 at-bats for the Red Sox with a runner in scoring position. Upton overruns the ball, makes a bad throw, and Pedroia in at second. 13-3 game.
he's got a good chance to win.
And this bullpen for the Tampa Bay club has been outstanding this postseason. Just 23 innings of work. And now they're up even bigger, 13-3, as Ortiz is down on strikes. Big Poppy, 1 for 14 with men on base this postseason, and frankly speaking,
You don't have that week-long stretch to really sort things out and get your stroke back.
Youkilis hits a shot in the left center field gap. That'll bring home Pedroia. Youkilis still hustling, slides in with a double. 13-4 your score. And for a Boston club that's looking for anything, game 4.
Edwin Jackson was a starter for this team all season long. We haven't really talked about him. He had 14 wins.
Youkilis at second. 2 are out, 2 are in. 13-4 game. And the inning quickly comes to a close as Jackson blows away Jason Bay. 13-4 your score. We're back after the break. And leads off this Rays ninth. No baseball in Boston tomorrow. We're back at it Thursday with James Shields and Daisuke Matsuzaka. Perez retired, 1 away. How about this finish? 4 homers, 7 RBIs. And he unloads high in the air to right center, but it's played. Didn't miss it by much. That ball was hit a long, long way out to right center, and Coco Crisp tracked it down.
I don't even know if he made a mistake, because remember, he gave up the runs on that check swing by Kotsay.
High pop. That should be handled on the left side of the Boston infield, and the hit streak of Iwamura comes to an end, but he could care less about that. His Rays lead by 9 in the 9th in game 4 at Fenway. Game 5 here in Boston, and he takes a called third strike, and he grumbles about that. Brian Gorman's had a very quiet night behind the plate, and Sean Casey retired, but he said, I think we'll play loose. We'll play better in game 2. But boy, have they ever. They found a way to win that game and got their mojo back in a big way as Crisp is aboard with a 1-out walk. Second time Coco has walked in the game. The Rays bullpen, just 4 runs this entire postseason, but Jackson's lack of control bidding to add to those very impressive postseason numbers is Jim Hickey out for another chat.
One guy on, nobody on, working out of the windup most of the time, and I think it's been kind of a relaxed situation for the starters for Tampa Bay.
Lowry takes strike 3 over the outside corner. And looking back for the scorecard, Red Sox haven't had the leadoff man on much in this series. How important is the first out?
Oh, of course it is.
And they're going to have to rely on Daisuke Matsuzaka to give him an opportunity.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Drew. And the ball game is over. The Tampa Bay Rays come to Fenway Park and win again. 13-4. They dominate in game 4. And the Rays have a 3-1 series lead and 1 win away from their first American League championship. What a performance by their offense.